So, just a question, an interesting question that I saw on Twitter. So I'll pull down my Twitter actually, just so that we can see the question, and I'll copy the code over. This is the actual question, and you always get these things, these questions, but like, can you guess what the output is on this thing? And I guess it's to get people's interest or something to that extent. But here's the con: is that I already know, but maybe it's not aware. But in many other languages, this little tilde thing means raise x to the power of y, in which it would then be 20 to the power of 40, which would actually be quite a big number. It would be something like, let's just go over here. I'll move this out of the way now because we don't need it, but 20 to the power of 40, right? You know, some humongous number. But anyway, it's not, that's not what that is in Python. So what I'm actually going to do is copy out this code so that we've got it x, and I can't copy the text because it's pasted as an image, but x comma y equals 20 40, just like that. And then I'm going to zoom in so that we can see everything clearly as well. So control plus 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 plus, there we go, nice and big. Doesn't need to be that big. Okay, there we go. And then we do x equals x, and then this caret sign or tilde or whatever you call it, caret sign y. And we can already do some inspection here because we can do print x, right, and run it F5. Let's just see what comes out. And it's 60. So it's not this big number that we computed, which was 20 to the power of 40, but it's doing another operation. So that's interesting. I'm inspecting it. But what I could do is, for example, or what I might have done is, what does 20 60 mean? I'll put this into my bar here so you can see all my other bars here. What does 20 tilde 60 mean in Python? And what it didn't mean, at least, or while it's thinking about it, I'll move it over to the side for a second. If you wanted to raise something to the power in Python, the way to do it is that, or I think maybe, I wonder if, power automatically comes up, and then whatever you want to raise, the base, and then raise it to the exponent. So two different ways that you can do it, but not that way. So funnily enough, it says here it means 20 to the raised to the power of 60. So Bard is giving us something incorrect. This is equivalent of 20 multiplied by itself 60 times. The result of this calculation is a very large number, approximately that. Now, that is not what we mean. So I might have to, I'm going to do a reset of the chat. Reset. And the reason why is because otherwise it will remember things and it might continuously give us the wrong answer. But this little tilde sign, I can't remember what the meaning was actually, which is why I'm going to do it like this. But I'm going to put in what does this do in Python? Question mark, and paste in the little piece of code and do that. And it will tell us, hopefully. So the code you provided does the following. It assigns the values of 20 and 40 to the variables. Okay, we know that. X equals 20, y equals 40. I'll actually get my little drawing thing out as well. Not that I will use it. I can't get it out at the moment. And then afterwards, over here, it says, it then performs the exclusive OR. Yes, that's what it is. So the exclusive OR is the XOR in kind of like, it's this thing. It's an XOR. So it's not raising to the power. So the trick is it's not raising anything to the power. Okay. I don't use the exclusive OR that much. In fact, I barely think when I do use it, I might use OR and then a not of an OR and things like that to achieve an exclusive OR. But this is kind of like this, so this is the original exclusive OR. So that's what it's doing, and we'll go through it. But we can read this actually. I'll even zoom in on here if I can. Yeah, I can. The exclusive OR operation returns 1 if exactly one of the operands is 1 and 0 otherwise. So that's an interesting one. In this case, the exclusive OR will return 60 because exactly one of the operands, 40, is 1. Interesting. It's kind of like returning the sum of them, nearly. Okay, so that's what it does. Finally, it assigns the result of the exclusive operation to the... Okay, fine, yeah. Okay, so that's the rest of it. So let's just continue and do the next part. And the next part, like, again, I'm just going to be copying this. So y equals y, exclusive OR x. So let's just do that. Y equals y hat exclusive, exactly, and then exclusive OR x. And this line, I should have written it down there, so I've switched the order of the lines. And what I'll do is, so we printed out x, so we could see what x was. I'll even do a little cheat. Oh, no, I'm not going to call it a cheat. Well, yeah, I will. We've printed out x, and x was 60 over here from this value of x. But now what's going to happen is x is 60, so this value of 60 will go into here, and it's y exclusive OR of x. And y is still 40, so it's 40 and 60, and presumably it takes the sum of them, so it might give 100 back. But aside from that, I'm just going to comment this line out now, and we'll just do the same thing for y, because then you can inspect and see what it is. So we know what this x gave us, and we could see what this y would give us if this x was 20, but we know that this x now has been changed to the value of 60 because we see it just down below. So we run it anyway, F5, and our value of y is also 60. Okay, so that's it, but that looks like it's giving the sum if one of these two values. So I'm imagining that we are going to get 100, but that's from inspection. So that's the exclusive OR operator. But now we want to print y, but remember that this x now has been affected by the x on row 6, which was amended. So because variables, integers are mutable, so or immutable is the way that I say it. They're immutable. So what are we expecting to? I actually thought we were going to get 100, but I'm not sure that we're going to get 100 now, because that was not in the option of answers 44, 60, 80, and 20. So that's an... Oh, but hold on, we're doing an x plus a y. That will be even more interesting, because we know that x was 60 at this particular point. If we did a print x, we know what x is. It's 60, right? And then we would want to do a print of y over here. And I asserted that if x was 60, if x came out to be 60 here, and it looked effectively like a sum of one of the two, does it come out to be exactly a sum? I'm not sure. But we can do a print x and a print y now, so we can see each one of these. And then obviously, I don't know if it's obvious, but the result is the sum of the two of them. So we'll do an F5 of that anyway. So we'll get an x and then we'll get a y. So, okay, we get a 60 for x, we get a 20 for y. But the interesting thing is, it wasn't one of the answers, because then the answer should be 80. Let me just try and find that. Where was that little tweet thing? Over there. So the answer is going to be 80. So that's what the answer will be. I'm not going to answer on it because these things come out to draw you in. But let's just put print x plus y and F5 to run it, and lo and behold we get 80. So that's the answer. It was C on in this particular question over here. Let's get the topic, the Python question. Don't want to see all of the other tweets. Can you crack this one? What is the output of this code and why? And the reason why is that this tilde here is this little thing is the exclusive OR. That's why. And if it was something else, we would have massive numbers. If it was what we conventionally thought in other languages, in many places, like even in Excel, Google Sheets, that meant the power of, I think you could possibly also do on a Google Sheets. You could possibly also do I wonder if you can do the power that way on a Google Sheets. So I'm going to open up a random sheet and see if I can do that. Have I got a random sheet somewhere? No, I've got thousands of sheets that have got things on them. Test sheet, here we go, I've got a test sheet. So if I can definitely do this 5 squared, for example, and that would give me 25. But can I do 5 squared? Does it have a meaning in the same way? And no, it throws you an error. So Google Sheets, Excel, I'm quite sure that C++ uses the tilde. So I could, for example, well, we can even stick it in here actually on our Bard. We can do, we'll try a couple of like Node.js and C++ here, different languages. So how can I do 5 squared in Node.js? Go, let's have a look. I wonder if it will do it. Okay, well, that's showing math to the power. I wonder if it's got another alternative. 5 squared, constant 5 squared equals 5. Okay, it gives you that as well. I was looking for that one. That's doing the square. Okay, square. Let's do. How can I raise? Probably mathematically more correct. N to the power of m in Node.js. Question mark. There we go. Because that's more generic, and now it's going to have to give me a power function. And if it doesn't do that, we're still doing the math.power. Can I? I'm going to ask it. Oh, here we go. So a double star works in Node.js. You could also use this power function, but let's just do how would I do the same in C++? Question mark. Let's have a look. Just a different language, or in, I could have put in C or C++. Let's have a look. And it's doing the same. It's offering, first of all, it actually offers the power, but does it offer the star or the tilde? It hasn't offered it off the bat. Can I achieve the same? Let's get our spelling correct. Can I achieve the same without the pow function? Question mark. It's thinking. It's like I've asked a hard question there. And okay, now it's written a whole thing here. Oh no, here. Oh, okay, result enter the M. Okay, it's doing it like that, and it's stuck it into a function. That's quite a clever one. Is it possible? I don't like to guide these things. Is it possible to do? Because it quite often it says yes. N M in Python. Oh, not Python, in C++. Question mark. There we go. It might just say go back and do the power function. I'm just concerned that it might be agreeing, but for sure in some languages, I'm quite sure VBA is one of them actually, where that little tilde sign means raised to the power of. So it's just something to be aware of. But in Python, this little hat is the exclusive OR function. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little, this tiny little video on exclusive ORs. And yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button, share it, and also if you've got any questions, feel free to ask the questions and follow as well. So that's it. Thanks. Exclusive OR.